Hey guys, welcome back to Light Skin Gaming. Today I'll be doing a review and guide of Lifeline. Lifeline is my favorite character / legend in Apex Legends. Before we begin, I'm just going to go over some of her stats. Lifeline's real name is Ajay, and it says here Ajay isn't someone you would expect to find in Apex games. She's 24, she has 3 abilities: her tactical ability, which is her DOC healing drone, and her passive ability, Combat Medic, and Care Package, which is her ultimate ability. The Drone of Compassion healing drone is one of my favorite abilities about Lifeline. It allows her to heal herself and teammates over time. It also gives her the ability to go into the storm at certain points in the game, which I'll go over later on. Combat Medic allows her to revive knockdown teammates faster while protected by a shield wall, and healing items are used 25% faster. Last but not least, everyone's favorite, the Care Package. She can call in a drop pod full of high quality defensive gear. So Lifeline's shield is actually really neat. When you hold X to apply first aid to a teammate, a shield comes from her DOC and protects you from the front path of the way you are healing them. Reviving takes a long time, and this allows her to revive people quite safely, especially if enemies are at a distance. The disadvantage of this is that reviving is not stealthy at all, because the shield makes a sound and also is very bright and vibrant. So it does have its advantage at a distance, but it also has its disadvantages. Reviving players is a lot faster, I've noticed, with Lifeline compared to other players, and it's just genuinely much more safer. So if you have a Lifeline on your team, she should be the one picking up people in most scenarios. Another part of her passive that she has is she heals a lot faster using her shield cells and her syringes. Her syringe heals her up at 3.7 seconds, which is a lot faster comparing to her competitors. A thing to keep in mind with Lifeline, when looting, you guys should be really careful of holding meds. You do not need to hold multiple stacks of health meds such as syringes and med kits. The reason you should prioritize shields over medication is because you have your DOC. That ability will heal your team in times of need. It's always important to have at least one stack of heals for yourself, but having that drone allows you to not have to have 2 or more. So just keep that in mind. Always have one stack of health on you at all times with Lifeline, but always prioritize having shields over meds in most situations. There are multiple applications to healing your teammates with Lifeline. One of the things I love to do is, especially when I've just been engaged, is to drop my DOC first and then pick up my teammate. This allows me to heal my health while reviving, and then soon as my teammate stands up, he can also heal himself without having to go anywhere, allowing your teammates to heal and feel safe at the same time. During this time, you might want to do this near a loot crate where your teammate can heal while looting a crate, and your one teammate can heal right after being picked up, and you're healing while you're picking up your teammate. I know that's a lot to take in, but it's actually really helpful if you can understand what I'm trying to say here, is that you're healing all 3 players while they're all doing separate things, which are super important. The next thing I want to talk about is Lifeline allows you to go into the storm, and so does Wraith. These are 2 of the only players in the game that will allow you to go into the storm without taking damage right now in the game. Now, right now I'm obviously taking damage every second, but if I were to drop my DOC drone in the storm, the DOC drone would counteract the damage being taken in the storm. Matter of fact, early game, it does more healing than the storm does damage. So you can stay in the storm unlimitedly in the beginning of the first storm. This ability to go in and out of the storm without severe repercussions is one of the things that makes Lifeline one of the craziest players in the game. If you kill 3 players and the storm starts coming in and your teammates have no loot, or you just resurrected your teammates after a fight, you can all run into the storm and go to loot crates and place the DOC down and heal the whole time. That way your teammates aren't taking damage and aren't risking dying in the storm. So you can loot crates that are in the storm or get any other loot that's in storm without severe repercussions. Last but not least, her care package. Her care package is probably the most favorite part of Lifeline. Before I get started going too far into it, I wanted to mention that you guys should not be dropping the care packages in certain situations. One of those situations is when there's 3 people on the field or 4 people on the field left. When I say people, I meant teams. The reason you don't want to drop it when there's 4 squads on the field is because it gives away your position, and a lot of people like to play aggressively and will push in on this. Unless you guys are completely confident and don't mind getting engaged at this time, then you can drop the shield, the care package. But be sure to check in with your teammates before you drop the care package, because you don't want to drop it and have people come and attack you when you guys aren't prepared. Another thing is, don't drop it inside the storm unless you have enough time. So dropping it while the storm's closing is okay as long as you have enough time. Those are 2 things to be cautious. The last thing I want to talk about with the care package is always stand at the angle of the triangular shape of the care package. Stand at the point of the care package. This way you can see both sides of the care package and can pick which one you want to. Especially when people are aggressively looting your care packages, standing on those 2 sides will allow you to get a 2 of 3 chance instead of a 1 of 3 chance of getting the loot you want. And finally, the last thing I'm going to say for real this time about the care package is you can use it in a 1v1 or in a combat way to use it as cover. For example, if your teammates don't have cover and you're in the middle of nowhere and you don't have time to run to the next place and you're in a battle, you can quickly drop your supply drop, and then by the time the supply drop gets down, you can heal or push the target. This allows you to have portable coverage. It's kind of like building Fortnite. Obviously not as effective, but is something you guys should keep in mind, as using this as coverage has actually saved me in 1v games before. If you learned anything from this video or liked the video, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.